Hello everyone, it's Liz. It's been a while. As you can tell by the title of this video, I've had quite the spiritual awakening and change in my life. Long story short, I've given my life to Jesus Christ. I'm here just to share my testimony and why I no longer practice the New Age, basically. And that's why I've been gone for so long. Essentially, it was about a year ago that I had a supernatural experience with Jesus. I didn't see him, but I had this presence and this overwhelming desire out of nowhere to read the Bible for the first time in my life. I was at a pretty low point in my life, pretty depressed. I was in a narcissistically abusive relationship from roughly 2019 to 2023. I left him in March of 2023. After that, it was basically July of 24 when I was broken down. I had a lot of autoimmune issues popping up from delayed onset illness related to narcissistic abuse, living in the flight or fight hormones for so many years, not understanding that I was being psychologically abused, financially abused, and then after realizing that I was in a narcissistically abusive relationship, it became physical, and that's when I made my escape or planned my escape. It took a few months to get out of there. It's kind of a crazy story. I'll go into it more at another time, but in July of 24, I was pretty broken mentally, physically. As you can tell, my eyelashes are still white. The process has stopped, but the autoimmune issues were attacking all the melanin in the pigments in my hair follicles. So I've had some splotches of white hairs, hair loss, which has stopped. My hair's been growing back. I had some physical issues walking because one of the last things my ex did to prevent me from leaving was try to break my foot. I broke some toes, but I still left him. And they hadn't really healed properly for that year and 3-4 months when I first started reading the Bible and coming to Jesus on my own. Now, it was another 4 to 6 month process of reading the Bible, understanding who Jesus is, what he did for us, applying the wisdom of the Bible, all these things. And I had a miraculous healing of my toes by Jesus so I could walk without pain again. I'm going to expand on that more in another video, but I spent 30 years of my life as an atheist. 15 years of that was a New Age atheist, essentially. Even in the New Age, I didn't believe in Jesus himself. I subscribed to Christ consciousness. I believed in energy healing, as you know here, light language healing. Reading the Bible, I understand that the gift of tongues is from God, that light language is not using it properly. Is a prayer language. I was using it more as a New Age tool. So I've changed in that aspect, and this channel will have new things in terms of praying in tongues versus the New Age light language. So heads up on that. That's another video as well. There's so much to get into. It's been a while since I've been gone. I have so much to share and show you all how different it is, how different I am. I don't know if you could tell, but I'm definitely a lot happier, healthier, spiritually and physically. On my journey through reading the Bible and just getting to understand Christ as a person, reading historical records for myself, again, as the 30 years as an atheist, I never read the Bible for myself. I only believed what other people told me was in here. And come to find out that I would say a good 95% of what atheists say is in the Bible, and even a lot of Christians that are misguided, they don't even know what's properly in here. And there's so many false teachings, false interpretations of this, and it was a wild journey reading this for myself. honestly, and having supernatural experiences and applying the wisdom that's in it and having it work. It's when I realized that I kind of made a mistake in just believing what other people told me was in the Bible instead of researching it for myself, researching the historical evidence again, and just kind of coming to my own conclusion that God is real, Jesus is real, and thus Satan is also real. Spiritual warfare is a thing. New Age, we think that everything is good vibration, high vibrations or low vibrations. There's good entities, bad entities. It's a whole wide range of experiences in New Age, but nothing really explained what most of my life had been, what I'd gone through, until I understood Satan and demons and demonology, the forces that are in the world, of godly forces and satanic forces. And the only real conspiracy theory I believe now is that there's a very real battle for each one of our souls. I do believe heaven is real, hell is real. Not just exploring other people's near-death experiences and kind of weeding through what feels right and what seems right to the Bible and the scripture, but just it's a new belief. And also another wild thing I discovered on my journey to Christ was that Doreen Virtue, she was a New Ager. She has a lot of books. I used to read all of her books. I had her oracle cards at one point, I'm sure, or tarot cards, and she actually wrote a blog in 2017, and that's when I started light language. It's kind of crazy. I didn't even know she wrote this, but she even gave her life to Jesus Christ in 2017 and renounced the New Age and started preaching Jesus, that she made a mistake with New Age. I didn't realize the New Age practices from a Christian lens, from the lens of God, that it is a witchcraft practice. When I was in the New Age, I didn't realize witchcraft was a thing. I didn't believe in Satan. I didn't believe I was doing anything demonic, right? I wasn't actively engaging in witchcraft. I wasn't a bad person. I had every good intention to do light language and Reiki healing. I really just wanted to help people and heal the world. And that was in my heart, and it's still in my heart to do so. It's just going about it the wrong way, basically, because it's not a godly practice. It's a worldly practice. It's a satanic practice, not in the sense that it's, outwardly satanic, but it's just not of God. I know New Age practices, we don't believe in God in the New Age, really. We chalk it up to Christ consciousness and that Jesus Christ is an ascended master, and it's more the energy of love, not love himself or love from God. We don't really understand true love. I think in New Age and atheism, it's a lot of things that keep us from knowing God is a misinterpretation of love, God's love, who God is. Again, it's a wild time to actually read the Bible for myself at 38 years old, beyond believing what other people told me about it. But I've definitely changed. I can no longer practice light language. It's not in my heart. I don't believe in the New Age. I believe in Jesus Christ. He's my Lord and Savior. I have a different mindset, different viewpoint in life. It's obviously working for me. I am so joyful and healthier. I'm not here to convince anybody else to follow me, but I am going to teach differently now. It's going to be a different channel. It's going to be faith-based, Christ-based. The light language will stay up for now, but it may change in the future. But yeah, that's me. I've had quite the epiphany, quite a change. And I've had a personal experience with Jesus. And reading the Bible a dozen times in the last 12 months. It's been a crazy deep dive into spirituality, a new sense. I have new beliefs, new truths, I do believe God is real, Satan's real, Jesus is real. There are forces beyond our sight and knowledge here that are at play. That explains a lot of things that happen in life a lot better than any New Age theory ever did for me. Even after 15 to 30 years of studying every other religion under the sun. I was a Buddhist for a while. I studied, Reiki, yoga, all these New Age practices, and Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life for me. Again, I'm not here to force it on anybody. You can't make anybody else believe. I mean, I've had Christians when I was an atheist come up to me and try to preach the gospel, right? And I'm like, yeah, whatever. So you really have to come to it on your own. I'm going to link the Doreen Virtue blog in the description if you're curious to read hers. I'm just going to write up my testimony on the website as well, so you can read that. But a lot of new things are coming. Again, I can't practice light language anymore. It's not my heart. It's not my belief anymore. Jesus Christ is a healer. I've had spontaneous healings from the narcissistic abuse, and my toe is healed. I can walk without pain. I want to expand on more of that testimony in another video. But yeah, I've had more supernatural experiences and logical experiences with the Bible and Jesus than I've ever had as an atheist or a New Age practitioner. So yeah, that's me. I'm back. Kind of a crazy change from before, I know, but if you're sticking around, thank you, I love you. If you're not sticking around, thank you, I love you. It's been an 8-year journey with light language and New Age practices here on this channel, and I'm just gonna start expressing a different way of how to heal, how to love, how to be, in a more of a biblical truth, because there's even mainstream Christianity, popular Christianity, it's not what I believe. I'm a non-denominational Christian, I guess you could say. I just follow Jesus Christ. There's a lot of false teachings, like I said, out there, false interpretations. Kind of a wild way to explain it without really telling you all about spiritual warfare and the level of deception out there when it comes to belief and preaching. But yeah, I have definitely new beliefs now, new life, and I just want to thank y'all for being here. Thank you for the 8-year journey in the New Age, and if you stick around, it's going to be quite a lot different. Again, give us a chance, I guess, but it's going to be a faith-based content from here on out, because I know Jesus is real. I've experienced him. I've read his word. I've come to my own conclusions, and that's my life now. Again, I love you guys. Thank you for listening, and until next time.